Get down on the floor. And we'll start working with our hips. Right leg extended out to the sides in a way that your heel is aligned with the knee. If that feels uncomfortable, bring it forward slightly. You might also want to bend your knee slightly so you find your comfortable position. We're placing our hands on the floor. Open up our sit bones, spreading them apart from each other, keeping our spine nice and long. I'm going to push those hips back. So you're bending the knee and then bring your torso up back to the parallel position with the floor. So watch that foot. It's rolling to the center of your heel bone and then to the inner edge. Feeling nice stretch along your inner thigh. Feel the motion happening at your hip joint. It's a ball and socket joint, very mobile, that rotates in the cup of our pelvic bone. Push that floor away with your hands and pull the floor in towards your body. As you feel ready, speed up slightly, but you gotta feel control of the movement. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Choose your own range of motion. It's got to feel comfortable, no pain whatsoever. And last one. Great job. Now, as we're reaching back with our hips, what we're going to do, we're going to spread our right arm toward the left, reaching forward. And as you're moving your hips back, we're rotating our rib cage, circling with the arm and pushing that support hand into the floor to open up your rib cage and give a nice twist to your spine while stabilizing the shoulder blades. So reach back with your hips and reach forward with the arm. Scooping motion with the arm and then drawing a big circle. Pushing that hand into the floor, taking your time to turn your rib cage to the side and extending your arm all throughout the movement. Bring it down and extend. So if your right leg is extending, when you're pushing your hips back, think about also extending that right sit bones toward the back wall. One more time. I'm now bringing that arm right beside the one that's on the floor. And what we're going to do, we'll place the left elbow on the floor. You might want to place the right elbow on the floor too. So you're slightly in a diagonal position. And we are rocking back and forth very slightly. The inner edge of your foot is staying in contact with the floor. Very slowly and with control, moving as far back as it feels comfortable. And now we're going to rock from side to side by bending that knee and pushing that floor away, keeping your spine nice and long and your head in line with your upper back. So bending, extending that leg. If it doesn't feel comfortable to extend all the way, keep your knee slightly bent. You don't want to overextend the area behind your knee, so make sure it's comfortable. So rocking motion. Push that floor away and bring your hands to the center. Now we're going to shift our weight forward slightly, bend that right knee, move to the side, and while straightening the leg, pushing those hips back. So you're moving in a circle, forward to the side while bending that knee, then pushing the floor away to straighten the leg, and back to the starting position. Very slowly, no rush. Feel the movement in your hip joint, the right one. The left one is also working in a gentler way. Don't forget to keep your spine nice and long. We're not rounding our back, and we're also keeping our head in line with the spine. Now we're reversing. Now we're moving away, back toward the bent knee and forward. So back. So we're going the other way. If you want, you might want to lift the ball of your foot off the floor the way it feels comfortable, or keep it flat on the floor. 2 more slow repetitions and slowing down on the last one. Great job. Awesome. Knee in and opening up the other side, the other leg. Again, your heel is in line with the knee. So we are starting with rotational movement. We're pushing our hips back, pushing the floor away, and rocking back and forth by pushing the floor away with your hands and then pulling it in. Push it away, focusing on the rotational movement within your ball and socket hip joint. The toes are pointing up and the inner edge goes down to the floor and the toes point forward. Awesome. The thigh bone is rotating. Focusing on that area. Push back, slowly forward. Come as much forward as it feels comfortable for your hip. And pull that floor in. And extend your spine, reaching forward with the crown of your head. 3 more times. Keep breathing. Shoulder blades are down along your spine. And last one. And now we are adding the arm, the other arm. So as we're pushing that floor away from our body, we're reaching forward with the left arm while keeping our shoulder blades stable. Then we're pulling that floor in towards your body, pressing that hand into the floor and rotating the rib cage, reaching with your straight arm, pushing the hips back, reaching forward with the arm, pressing that hand into the floor, rotating your rib cage. And breathe. Very slowly and with control. Here, as you reach forward, feel your right sit bone stretching the tissue around your sit bone. Right here. And press that hand into the floor. Feel the strength and support of your shoulder. Your shoulder blade is stabilized. And 2 more times. Reach, create the length throughout the entire movement. Awesome. Now we're bringing that hand, we're reaching it again forward, bringing those elbows to the floor. If you want just one of them, the right one or the left one. And we rocking back and forth. Our hips are moving. And we are breathing. The foot is flat on the floor, the toes are looking forward or slightly in a diagonal line. Find your comfortable turnout. As you're moving back, you're feeling your sit bones spreading apart, your spine lengthening in a nice neutral line. And last one. Awesome. Now we are going to keep both elbows on the floor, bend that knee, and rock your pelvis to the side. Push the floor away with your foot to straighten the leg. And as you are moving your torso towards your left leg, you're rotating slightly your rib cage to the right. So it's moving, your breastbone is moving parallel to the floor, but it's tilting towards your right, away from the hip motion, opposite way from your hips. Pressing those elbows into the floor, not to let our shoulders come up to our ears. And last one. Awesome. Now bringing those arms in the center, comfortably checking your foot, extended leg so that the heel is aligned with the knee. And now we're going to move toward that bent knee, and then in a circular motion, shifting forward and back. Nice, gentle movement. Again, choose your own range of motion, the one that feels right for your body at the moment. And forward, and pushing it away the floor from your body, no rush. Opening up those sit bones and moving toward the bent leg and straightening it. One more circle and reverse. Reverse the direction, going the opposite way. Keeping our spine nice and long. Great job. Bending that knee and moving your torso toward it, and then straightening it. And slow, 3 more slow repetitions. Check your head. It's got to be in line with your upper back. Those hands are pressing into the floor as you're moving forward with your fingers spread apart to increase the base of support. And slow, last one, slow repetition. And bring your hands closer to each other, bring your knee in. And we're going to sit on our heels and do the swinging motion, extending our spine. So kind of drawing a half circle on the floor in front of you with the moving fingertips, and then pressing that support hand into the floor and open up your rib cage even more toward the back. Reaching forward, no rush. Breathing gently. Pressing that hand into the floor with your elbow soft. Feeling a nice length all along the side of your body. Now we're going to add our legs. Moving to one side, the other leg gets extended. And slowly in toward the floor. And extending the other leg. Reaching your arm away from your body. If that feels uncomfortable in your lower back, don't go as far back. You don't want to cause any trouble in your lumbar area. Press that hand into the floor and rotate one more time on each side. And last one. Awesome. Great job. Now bring the knees in. I'm going to lie down on the mat. And we're going to just relax with some nice feel-good stretching. So going to the knees to the side. Lie down on your side. Roll onto your back. Your knees are hip width distance apart. Your feet are flat on the floor. Now mentally find the top of your pelvis and bring it into a firm contact with the floor. Next, we're moving on to our lower ribs, the bottom ribs at the back. We also want to bring them to the floor. If you not able to do that and your chest sticks out, remember to place some bolster, a cushion, yoga block under your neck, your head, and upper back. Okay, so we want to maintain that neutral position of our spine. And now we're going to tilt our pelvis forward and push the floor away with your feet and tilt it backward. Pull the mat in with your feet towards your buttocks. That would make your pelvis tilt forward and push it away. As you're pushing it away and your pelvis tilting backward, feel the space in your lower back, like expansion, and breathe into that area. We're not pressing that lower back into the floor. We're just breathing into it. So the pubic bone comes closer to the floor. And now the top of your sacrum. Again, tilting it forward, pushing that floor away with your feet. Awesome. Now we'll extend our arms up. And now as we push the mat away with our feet and feel the pelvis tilting backward, we're going to press those feet vertically into the floor and reach forward with the top of your shins. Lift your pelvis off the floor as high as it feels comfortable. Make sure your head is not falling back. And slowly, one vertebra at a time, starting at the top of your spine, we are going to place it one at a time, like jewels of a necklace, down on the floor until your sacrum is flat against the floor and your ribs are also in contact with the floor, feeling the natural arch in your lower back, and again pushing the floor away with your feet, reaching forward with the tops of your shins. Your shoulders are down and relaxed. Gazing straight upward, keep pushing that floor away, and slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll down. Upper back, mid back, lower back, and finally your sacrum. Last time, push the floor away, reaching forward with the tops of your shins. So you're now aligning your pelvis with your rib cage, building one straight line. We're not squeezing our glutes. We don't want to block our tailbone All we're working with now is with the feet that are pushing the floor and our spine. Awesome. Coming back down, back to the neutral position. Awesome. Now bring one leg straight, the other is bent and over, and rotate your rib cage the opposite direction, gazing that same direction. You might want to place your foot on the floor if it feels comfortable, or your knee, or hold it hanging in the air, and slowly untwist, straighten that leg, bend the other leg, grab the outer side of your knee with the opposite hand, and rotate the other way. The rib cage is rotating away from your bent knee. Your shoulder blades are staying down on the floor. Keep breathing into your lower back. Your neck is relaxed, your jaw is relaxed. And when you're ready, bring that knee back to center. Bend the other leg. Turn to the side. Slowly press that hand into the floor to lift yourself up into the sitting position. Right here. Okay, we're inhaling, keeping our shoulders down, reaching upward with the crown of your head, rotating your rib cage, and exhale. Inhale right here and exhale to the other side. Awesome. And to the center. Inhale and exhale. Now, one hand across your chest, the other one. Give yourself a tight hug and say thank you to yourself for being here,